This is the story of a woman who was famous for her beauty blogger videos. After years of hard work, she finally reached 1 million followers. She wanted to celebrate this achievement, but before she could do anything, she suddenly met with an accident. Because of this, she went into a coma. But she was given one chance to come back to life. If she could successfully complete a game called Beauty Blogger, she would be revived. The story starts with Si-Yan running fast towards someone. She suddenly stops in front of a handsome man. A moment later, an arrow hits the man and he dies on the spot. At that exact moment, Si-Yan wakes up. It was just a dream, but she is completely shocked. Now the story shifts to the past, where everything began. A few days earlier, Si-Yan was busy with her vlog. Her happiness had no limit when she found out she had finally crossed 1 million followers. To celebrate, she decided to host a giveaway and gift makeup products to her followers. But before she could do anything, she met with a tragic accident. While crossing the road, she mistakenly stepped in front of a car and fell. The next moment, a horrible accident occurred. She didn't die, but her body slipped into a coma. Meanwhile, Si-Yan's soul traveled to another world where she met an AI named Jack. She was confused about where she had reached, and Jack quickly answered her questions. He showed her how she had met with the accident and fallen into a coma. Her confusion increased. She wanted to know why she had been brought to this place and what she had to do here. Jack revealed that she was here for a special purpose. She had been given a chance to come back to life. He then explained the rules of a game called Beauty Blogger. The game was based on beauty products, and she had been invited to participate. Jack said that because of her popularity as a blogger, she was the perfect contestant. When Jack told her about the rewards, she was shocked. For every win, she would receive real-like beauty products identical to top brands from the real world. This was exactly the opportunity she had always dreamed of. Without wasting any time, she agreed to play. Jack transformed himself into a handsome man and opened a door for her using a special key. He was about to give her some important instructions, but before he could finish, Si-Yan jumped straight into the game. A few seconds later, she found herself inside the game world. In front of her were several makeup kits. When she touched a brush, she realized it was not a normal brush, it was actually Jack, who had taken this form to guide her. Suddenly, a maid entered. Her face looked tense, as if she had come to deliver some important news. She told Si-Yan that Madam had called her along with her sisters. Madam wanted to choose someone from them to become the royal empress's maid. Si-Yan didn't understand anything. The maid explained that Si-Yan had 3 sisters from different mothers, and Si-Yan's mother had already passed away. Madam had called all the sisters to choose 3 girls to send to the royal house as maid candidates. After this, Si-Yan's game interface appeared. She had to accept the stage and do her makeup before meeting Madam. When she clicked, everything around her froze. She understood that she could pause the game whenever she wanted and use this trick for advantage. She checked the makeup kit and became irritated. There were no good products. Jack explained that if she wanted better makeup, she had to clear levels, and each level would reward her with better products. Si-Yan finally got ready and reached the palace, where her 3 sisters were already present. One of the sisters hated her a lot. Madam entered and announced that today there would be a test and one of them would be eliminated. A special judge had been called to evaluate them. According to the judge, anyone who wanted to become a royal maid must always keep herself beautiful. They were given 30 minutes to prepare using makeup and look the best. The timer started. Everyone began working fast. Si-Yan looked frustrated because her makeup kit was useless. She didn't know how she would win. Since she didn't have proper products, she used her creativity and used whatever she found around her. When the time was over, they were checked one by one. Almost everyone had done terrible makeup, and Madam scolded them harshly. Si-Yan looked like she hadn't applied anything. Madam became angry and was about to reject her, but the 6th sister took the chance to insult her. She tried to humiliate Si-Yan as much as possible. But Si-Yan gave her a smart reply, saying that using such cheap words could damage the royal family's reputation if she ever joined the palace. The plan backfired. The 6th sister lost her temper and slapped Si-Yan. Si-Yan was shocked, and the game paused automatically. Jack appeared to comfort her, but she was already angry and shouted at him. To calm her down, Jack gave her a special makeup product as compensation. Si-Yan secretly became happy. She didn't care about getting hurt in the game. She only cared about collecting better makeup. Madam immediately punished the 6th sister and sent her back for marriage arrangements. Xian then expressed her emotions and told Madam how, without her mother, she faced discrimination and how staying here could bring her many more problems. Xian was doing all this so that Madam would see her as a good and obedient girl and allow her to enter the palace. But pleasing Madam was not going to be easy. So Xian decided to sacrifice the special makeup Jack had given her earlier as compensation. She handed that makeup to Madam, and this impressed her. Madam became pleased and sent Xian to the royal house to work as a maid. Now she had to join the other girls who had come from different families to become royal maids. Among them, one girl immediately hugged Xian. She told her that she was her childhood friend and was extremely happy to see her there. Even after hearing this, Xian didn't understand anything. Jack then used his powers to restore Xian's old memories and filled her with her friend's past moments. Slowly, everything came back to her. After meeting her friend, an advisor informed all the girls about which mistress they would be working under. Xian was assigned to Mistress Wei, under whom she would perform maid duties. A little later, Xian and the other maids were called to Mistress Wei's room, but the head servant told them that their lady was unwell. So they were instructed to finish their assigned work and wait until she recovered. This continued for a whole week. Xian finally decided she would somehow meet Mistress Wei. One day she quietly entered the palace without informing anyone. There she saw Mistress Wei speaking anxiously with her maids. Wei's entire face was covered with scars and blemishes, and that was why she refused to appear in front of anyone. When Xian saw this, she decided to leave quietly. But Mistress Wei stopped her. Wei didn't want Xian to leave alive because she had seen her scarred face and might tell others. Xian was trapped, so she quickly came up with an idea to save herself. She promised Wei that she could heal her damaged skin. Wei was surprised. Her maids became angry and wanted to throw Xian out immediately. But Wei decided to give Xian one chance since there was no harm in trying. Wei told her to return the next day. Xian walked out nervously. She feared that if she failed, she would face terrible consequences. Jack then encouraged her, reminding her to use her makeup kit to help Wei. This boosted Xian's confidence. After all, she was an expert in makeup. The next day, she returned to Wei and used her makeup kit to treat her face. Slowly, the scars and marks began to fade. One day, Wei called Xian and asked what she needed to do to heal faster. She said she wanted to attend the Empress's upcoming birthday celebration, but she didn't want to appear with blemishes. Xian calmly replied that she should talk less, avoid stress, and wait patiently for the results. Wei agreed. Soon, the Empress's birthday arrived. Wei dressed beautifully and entered the hall. Everyone there was stunned. They had never seen her look so gorgeous. Even the Empress didn't seem happy. She looked shocked, as if she knew how impossible it was for Wei to recover so quickly. Maybe the Empress herself had something to do with Wei's condition. Then the 7th and 9th princes arrived to present their performances. The 7th prince played the harmonium and the 9th prince prepared to show his sword skills. Their performances were going well, but suddenly the 9th prince slipped and almost fell. The 7th prince caught him just in time. This moment showed clearly why all the maids adored both princes and waited eagerly to catch a glimpse of them. After the performances, Aunt Jiki told Xian that Wei had ordered soup and she must bring it. Xian couldn't disobey, so she rushed to the royal kitchen. But the chef told her that he had received no such order from Wei. At that moment, Xian realized that Aunt Jiki had purposely sent her away so something bad could happen to Mistress Wei in her absence. Worried, Xian ran back to protect Wei. But a masked man grabbed her tightly to stop her from reaching the palace. Xian screamed for help. At the same time, the 7th and 9th princes were walking nearby and they heard Xian's voice. Before they could reach her, Xian managed to escape the masked man and ran straight into the princes, colliding with them. Panicked, she couldn't speak properly. The game froze for a moment and Jack gave her information about both princes. Xian realized the Empress might be behind everything happening to Wei, so she chose to hide the truth. She lied and quickly escaped, but the 7th prince began to grow suspicious of her. Xian then went straight to her sister and asked about Mistress Wei. She learned that Wei had gone to her room to do her makeup. Xian rushed there to find her. When she arrived, she noticed that the guard outside was asleep. She immediately tried waking him up. When the guard finally regained consciousness, he revealed that Mistress Wei had received an order to meet His Highness. That was why she had gone there. Without wasting any time, Xian rushed out to find her. She reached His Highness's room, but the guard stopped her. This time, she was strictly forbidden from entering because Mistress Wei and His Highness were spending their private time together. Xian's worry grew even stronger. She knew she had to get inside at any cost, but she had no solution. Finally, her problem was solved when both princes arrived. After learning the whole situation, the ninth prince decided to bring Mistress Wei out of the room. After that, the ninth prince shared everything with the seventh prince, and with their help, Mistress Wei was finally brought outside. Xian's fear turned out to be correct. Wei's face was once again covered with scars and blemishes. Wei's condition had worsened, so she immediately begged Xian to help her. Xian didn't waste a second and started working to fix her face again. This time, she used water and a makeup remover to clean her skin and erase the blemishes. Once again, Xian successfully restored Mistress Wei's beauty. This was nothing less than a big achievement. But some people were unhappy with her success. Among them were Wei's aunt and the Empress herself. There was no doubt that both were behind all these troubles. The Empress had ordered the aunt to carry out the entire conspiracy. When the aunt left, Xian took the chance to tell Wei everything about the aunt and the Empress's plot. After revealing the truth, she quietly left the place. That night, when Xian tried to sleep, she saw terrifying dreams. In her dream, she saw Mistress Wei furious at the Empress and ordering Xian to ruin the Empress's makeup in revenge. This nightmare scared Xian because she never wanted to destroy someone's life using makeup. It would hurt others, but it would hurt her even more. Startled, she woke up and Jack appeared in front of her. By now, he knew exactly what Xian was worrying and dreaming about. He advised her not to overthink and to rest. But on the other side, Xian's fear was becoming true. Mistress Wei had already decided to take revenge on the Empress. However, before she could act on it, Jack arrived there. He paused the entire game and opened the game's data without any authority's permission. He then deleted the whole revenge plot mission from the game. The moment he did that, the story automatically changed on its own. In this way, Jack ended Xian's fear even before it could begin. The next morning, when Xian woke up, she found rewards waiting for her for completing her mission in the game. She felt very happy. But at that moment, her two sisters arrived and told her something about Aunt Jiqui. Xian learned that Mistress Wei had banished the aunt from the palace for her involvement in the conspiracy. However, the news didn't stop there. Her other sister informed her that Xian had now been called by the noble consort. Because of Xian's bravery, she had been summoned to appear before the noble court.